But yeah, like I said, I enjoyed for the most part this breakdown. I listened to that, and we have a little bit more hip hop to break down. So get your hip hop hats on, your hip hop backpacks on, because we are doing the yearly XXL freshman breakdown, the B1 and B filled edition or version right here, right now. Obviously in the past we've done it a bit different, where we kind of took the time, and as we listened to other freestyles come out and listen to the ciphers and the acapella versions, and I think they do a video where they do like the XXL freshmen like read mean comments or things. We're just going straight to the meat. This is where, if this was Cameron's and Mace's, it is what it is. I forget if I'm saying that right, but their sports podcast, they would say pause. But anyway, let's pull it up, Mace. First, let's look at the who we are, because does anyone here know who the XXL freshmen this year are? Nope.
I know that Ice Spice is not one of them.
Hey, there we go. I guess we'll go to that. No, let's go. Let's watch the video first. Then we'll talk about Ice Spice. That was funny. Yes, you got that. So pull up the intro video.
We all got a thing.
Ads on a whole podcast. Oh, the 30-second one where you can't skip. Lovely.
Get that damn YouTube.
We're not getting paid for that.
It's all good. We're doing it live. So how was you guys' stay?
If you donate to the podcast, we can eliminate.
Shut up. Okay, here we are. Salute to Double X. Turn that down just a smidgen, Ace. Sound loud. Yeah, go ahead, play it.
I'm out of Kansas City, Missouri.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Philadelphia, PA.
North Carolina.
Tallahassee, Florida.
New Orleans, Louisiana.
Memphis, Tennessee. Philadelphia, PA. Tallahassee, Florida.
Brooklyn.
From Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I'm a XXL freshman.
People are into me because I'm relatable.
Can't really put me in a genre. Through the progress, through the struggle, know who I am.
Don't nobody else sound like me.
My style, my flow, how I carry myself. I put everything I have into this. Get money to my music. I bring a different energy.
I want people to just feel good.
I help as many people as I can along the way.
It feels great to be a freshman.
I mean, it's always been a dream of mine.
I accomplished something that I thought that I would never accomplish.
They say that you're going to the next level.
Kind of like being in college, making it to the league, and being a first round draft pick. I never would imagine I'd be here.
I knew one.
We'll see, for sure.
I know one.
Sorry, I was saying those while it was happening. Scroll down a bit, Ace. So so the audience can clearly identify who they are. So there's 10, like usual, XXL freshmen, and they are Sleazy World Go, Glorilla, Too Rare, Tia Corinne, I hope I'm saying that right, Lil Tyler, Rob 49, Central C, Finesse 2 times, Friday 2 Y's, Real Boston Richie, actually not from Boston, Lola Brooks, and DC the Don. And we'll obviously have maybe a picture up when we have done the video. But okay, so yeah, let's start with that. How many of these individuals do you know, Ace?
One.
That being?
Glorilla.
Nice. And how do you know this? How do you know them?
I'm listening to all the rap that came out last year.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. We listened to the record? We
Yeah.
might have, actually, yeah. That sounds familiar. What about you, Ghost? How many of these lovely individuals are you familiar with?
I guess you could maybe say 4. I know Glorilla. I know Central C.
Yep.
I haven't listened to Too Rare, but I know he's absolute trash, garbage. And I kind of know Lud Tyler, not really, but a little bit.
Fair enough. And last but not least, what about you, Wes? How many of these 10 individuals do you know?
One. Glorilla.
Jesus. Okay, so we have a fan favorite here amongst us, I suppose. not to say you guys are capping, but you have heard Friday, or maybe you've heard all of these individuals at some point or another. But you have heard Friday. He was the brother on the Guy Did record. He was
record?
The Guy Did. He was literally the one that said, "But Guy did."
Oh my!
You know what? I'm gonna have to check if I actually heard that.
And spoiler, I actually somewhat like that brother, and I have one of his records, but I don't know if I like him that much. Still figuring that out. But obviously, you know, that little intro just gives you where they're from, if you can even remember. It gives you, like, you know, their thought process and what they're feeling, what some of them, what their intentions are coming into the game. But this is hip hop. What was that Kendrick bar? You know, y'all know I'm trash. I used to be able to quote, but this is hip hop, so y'all know what time it is. Sorry, I'm thinking about the Control verse. But anyway, I think the best way to see if you like somebody, if they have the potential, if you dislike them, if you think they're trash, if you think they should go back to it, if you think they should don't quit their day job, is to just hear the bars. So let's just get right into it. The only thing is, should we dissect it one by one, or should we? Yeah, let's do that. I forget if we've in the past just done all of it, or if we just listen to it one by one. But I guess before we get to the verses, or the freestyles, there is one person, quote unquote, missing here. There's been one standout artist, one artist that's been a standout artist, whether you like them or not, in the past year, and that has been the next thing, Ice Spice. And if you're wondering why they're not here, it's a simple explanation. Ice Spice turned down the 2023 XXL freshman class cover due to hectic schedule. So yeah, simple as that, if anyone was wondering. Now, one could get in their conspiracy theory brain and say, well, this is such a huge accomplishment that one should schedule their schedule around that. But, you know, people blow up and see success at different rates. But yeah, that's just the if you didn't know. But yeah, I guess let's get to the bars. Let's take it one by one. If it's going too slow, maybe we can switch it up. But let's get right into it. Who's pumped?
Yeah. No.
We all got to.
God damn.
Yo, you. Nah.
I'm not gonna cap to y'all. I am considering getting YouTube Premium, because sometimes listen to videos when I'm going to sleep, and those ads be first of all, they don't be at the same volume as the video you're watching for some reason. But, yeah, I think I'll wait till I'm actually like wealthy and eating first.
That's why I feel away. Niggas who so not back down, see me dead. Yeah, man, they got time something else. That hating shit ain't working. Ghost game with the curtains. That whole see me and get nervous, nigga. I know what it take. You won't boss up from the worker, nigga. I know what it take. But nigga, that trap jump like a herb, nigga. You ain't on that ground no more. You ain't going down no more. I guess niggas going broke. Just like that, you got exposed. I've been in Miami on a boat. Fuck the baddest one. Fuck the counting one out for a week. Then I come out. So I know they don't. So I round with a bunch of light bubble cutting up. You ain't even a nigga in this city who's so much bags in us. I don't know where them niggas from. Need that pack, I'm popping up. He think I'm gon' hear what they be saying about the nigga. I just hope you know I heard. But if he said, then he meant it. Fuck me and fuck my bro. I'm tryna sell, we can flip her. This a new Hellcat, the Rico. Now these whips ain't printed, nigga.
Okay, so let's get in our what's that thing called back in the day? Not back in the day, sorry. I'm not a hater. Hip Hop Dead End Bag. Let's get very critical, very
reacting after each.
Yeah, let's do that. Unless collectively think that's not a way to go about it. Let's put on our hip hop bags, and what do we think of this brother? We'll start with you, West. I think you're the most charitable out of all of us.
Definitely heard worse from XXL freshmen, so I said it wasn't bad as go. What are we doing now? 5?
Yeah, if you want to give it a scoring, or you could just give your overall take.
Let's not bother with scores. Okay. Yeah, it could have been worse. Ryman wasn't really a thing for him, but it was alright.
Okay, fair enough. What about you, Ghost? What do you think of this brother?
Not bad. I mean, Southern rappers who gets a few points. Plus, I've heard much worse. So, if I was doing out of 5, probably like 2.5 or a 3. Not bad.
Okay, so far not bad. Ace, what are you thinking?
I didn't like it, but I will say I think the beat is atrocious, and it's kind of probably gonna throw my judgment off. But yeah, Wes was right. He rhymed a little bit, but there was some words he just threw at the end that you expect. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, not great, not good.
Jesus. Well, okay. We're here to keep it a buck, keep it a stack, be honest. All right. Next, we have Sleazy World Go. Let's hear it. I do agree with you, Ace. The beat. I mean, it's interesting. I wonder if they like cater the beat to the artist, or did they think, or does the producer just put out a beat and the freshmen have to like match the energy of the beat?
I know I would be pissed if I was a freshman. I had to rap over this nonsense.
Fair enough. Let's keep going.
Garbage.
I think I make it, but I did. Told you lots of times, like no shit up what they said. And like, all you rap, I'll kill it. I'm like, shit, that's how I live. Ain't no standing clips in these things out of stitches like that wigs. RP to all the rappers. That boss, they like the gun. Go up, put the guns down. I wanna survive and get you up. Take the kids and white spice. I think the bitch like lunch. My shit was short, but like Columbus. He know how to stump. Yeah, he know how to step. Back that, only blow shit. We call his ass the rap. I don't do shit without my dog. I feel like Johnny Test. Yeah, I make it with us to rap shit in the hood. I'm body. My little nigga tryna strike shit. He look like Lil Yachty. She ain't big and don't play with it. He named him Lola Brook. I'm sure he might take off his ski. Call me PG up look. Baby with this chop, made niggas taco duck. I mean duck taco. If it's smoke, put it on the floor. A bitch like Lotto. We're from the hood to overseas. Taking trips to Cabo. Facts. 7-6 shoes turning sedan into a hatchback. And they go sending shots at me without a clapback. Let's get it.
Okay. That brother was definitely heavy with the references. He always likes to compare or use metaphors, as you were. Okay, so what do we think? I guess we'll spin it back. Ace, what do you think?
I'll rate him slightly higher than the last guy since he confused me with one of his bars. I don't know if it was actually good or not.
That's crazy.
Dang, look at you get points. If you could get somebody can say a bar that could confuse you. Okay. All right. What was the order? Okay, so you Ghost. What do you think?
2, the only reason he's not getting low is because I think we'll hear worse. But yeah, that wasn't good. And I don't know about he would that some shit he was saying made no sense. It sounded like he was a little scared of the beat, but it could be worse.
Fair enough. And then you, Wes, what do you think? You liked it? Disliked it?
I feel like he's kind of on par with the last one.
Okay. And you thought the last one wasn't the worst you ever heard. So far we're not in the worst. We're not the worst. Okay, next we have DC the Don, one of the more eccentric looking. Maybe that's bigoted to say, but let's see what he has to say.
Who that is the man? We don't pop the fans. I play with the fans. I'm trying to land your mother. Keep on texting me, don't leave it with the kids. She rock the show, got 49ers in the field. They don't be rounds, I'm with the Tyler in the mix. I get a 50 out of town. I got producer around this bitch. Like I'm better, because feel like they ain't pay the fee. What you mean? We got 2, 2, 3 red beats and ARPs. Talk about shit so fucking much, this shit go down from A to Z. Like what you mean? Bitch, I first shot the police, I feel like Freaky T. Don't run that bad, bitches hear me. Who ain't not that bad, bitches hear me.
Okay. DC the Don. All off the bat say they definitely have some level of skill. Like they can they have good breath control and they can rap a 16. But is it just me or this all sounds, maybe it's the beat. These all sound like same level like quality. Like I don't know if they structured it to, but like I don't know if you weren't paying attention, you could almost be like, I mean obviously they sound somewhat different, but I don't know. It seemed like they picked these guys that just no one's doing anything different or unconventional. But
that's true.
Let me not get too crazy. What do you think, Ace?
Yeah, not good. This is the type of stuff that make me want to punch the radio.
Damn, man. My bad. I think I'm actually going to start for West, but I'll just keep going. What do you think, Ghost?
About the same as the last one. 2.
That's basically the way to describe this so far. It's about the same, but the last one.
That's why I said don't bother with the scores.
Oh, yeah. And then what about you, Wes? What do you think of DC the Don?
I don't know. Strangely, I think he has a slight edge on the other ones because, and maybe this isn't a good metric, but I could hear him being more successcul. Which
you mean like as a total artist, or just rapping
with the kids? No, I mean as a rapper.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. Okay, now we have Lil Tyler. Let's see what he has to say.
It's time to hit the booth. Why the fuck these niggas always ain't trying to get no booth? I came out of this can't cut his way if that must be thank you. I wake up every day and chase that pay, that's something you should do. I done took a lot of niggas bitches, that's why they don't like me. Pull up to the jeweler, drop that bag until that nigga ice me. I been running through this grass, I swear this shit get pricey. All the bitches shooting on me back, they ain't wanna be my wife. All these bitches love me, but these niggas hate me. You ain't trying to get no money, swear that shit so crazy. Oh, it's a hit. I put some lyrics on the beat. I kinda feel myself today. No mirrors on my feet. I can touch another 10, that's 20 for the week. I didn't fuck, pussy can't you tell? I'm a little cell, I gotta give them hell.
Oof. Well, okay. Well, it's interesting. Rappers have been using like the moniker of Lil, Little, and Low, and since like back in the day, but that brother sound like a literal child. Like I think they had to check his ID before he even got in the building. But I guess that aside, what do we think, Wes? What do you think of Lil Tyler?
Go to class.
He's in class. He's a freshman. Literally.
Get back to class.
Literally.
I don't know.
Ghost, what do you think?
I kind of rate him a little higher than the last dude just because he is like 14.
You giving him points for being younger?
Because I mean, he's trash, but he maybe potentially has some. It's like an NBA prospect. That's like a young prospect that's trash, but he could maybe get better. Whereas an old dude that's been in the league for 10 years, he's gonna be trash. But yeah, I know.
That's a hell of a perspective, Ace. What do you think?
Awful. He couldn't even spell Will right.
Shut up, man. Shut up. Okay, whatever. Next we have the first female, Tia Corinne. I hope I'm saying it right, but let's see what they have to say. Also very eccentric looking, but you can't judge a book by its cover, right? Kick W.
Like who the fuck you talk to me? Just give me the walk. You can look like me cause I touch you. I ain't wanna get bad but I got to. You gon' shoot your foot in that toss. You gon' fight this bitch like a mother. You gon' rip your bitch down. You gon' put you in dirt. Oh, I got bread in my hand. Waffle. And that pussy lit just for love. I got a choke with a beat in the top. Bitch be talking me pussy El Gato. Bitches on me. Pop girl like that's my vision. Choco. I make a move for that bitch. I told fuck the niggas get money from my toe. I keep pressing they thought it was macho. They get bringing this bitch.
Okay, short, but come on. Ace.
Why do the females always rap better? That's so ridiculous, man.
Do you think that's low-key sexism? That they have to rap better?
I think it's
Maybe,
it's
maybe.
if you get him right, you have to have a higher baseline of skill than some of these other dudes.
Either
They're
that, or,
completely bodying these.
either that, or you have to be, or
They're
either
not
that you
on
have to
the
be
same
overly
level.
provocative. But
Yeah, that was pretty damn good. Like,
okay, Ghost.
I mean, obviously the best that we've heard so far. I like that little metatarsal line. That was decent.
yeah.
Give it a 3. Decent.
That's
decent.
crazy. Who's actually raising eyebrows here? And then Wes, what do you think?
Yeah, no, that was solid.
You're all right. You're all right. It's like becoming like a pattern now. Like, yeah, that's crazy. All right, who we got next?
Sleazy World go? But I don't know.
It's either two.
Please come right they want to fight. Niggas bitches all on the twin. I got the whole world really shaking hips. Uzi injecting all sticky shit. Yeah, orange you into that shit. Yeah, you gon' get good for that. This in my bag like groceries, really can't shit. Like Kool-Aid, you so sweet, you don't be man. So around town, I'm sweet man. Hit you from the neck up like a keychain. Nigga, who's born every day? You don't let me spin on like that. That's a replay. They steady hating me. Cake like the bakery. You know what's the sus? It was R.I.P. You don't like you ain't see you ain't trying to me. I'm on like a BBB. Cause I stay G. Nothing Gucci. Bitch, I'm geeked up. Last nigga fuck across me. He Jesus. He called one. Maybe 410. When the people swing with his feet up. It's the reaper. I can't fall and put these beats up. I got straight to sex, bro. We like a geek. I ain't got no vehicle, but you ain't got no vehicle. To the riches, what the fuck a GPS gon' do? You can't even ride for me. My trust to eat. Nigga, you a bitch. Put it on your license, please. All y'all people talking like hoes. Sit down, y'all sleep. Oh, I'm almost sexing the shoot. What is that? Cause my eyes twitching, that mean there's somebody talking. 762, they like problem solving. First you in his time, watch his body fall. Now you baby boy, watch his body fall.
Wait, did we? I guess we did hear them. Anyway, I think that last brother thought this was also a chance to. What was that show back in the day? Be it like get on some America's Best Dance Crew type vibe. Yeah, that was interesting to say the least. I'm not gonna cap. I'll give credit where it's due. I did like the little "Give Me a Loan" PPP line, but obviously he sounds also very juvenile and like he's trying to rap and also put some melody behind it, which works for some artists, but I don't know if that's gonna work for him. Anyway, where do I start? I think Wes, what do you think?
Awful. Nothing good to say about that one.
Ghost.
Have a tear in my eye for how bad that was. 0. I knew he was bad, but that was beyond my expectations, dog.
Ace.
Oh my god.
Not good with the Fantano explosion.
Damn. Whew. Well, those are the first 6 XXL freshmen. So, okay, so we've heard, about half, more than half. What would you say what would y'all say 2023 is looking like so far? Ace?
Pretty awful. I mean, that goes without saying.
Ghost?
I think it was worse than last year. I'm not sure, which is just so sad, but yeah, it's bad. Well, last year at least, didn't last year have Legsit, whatever dude's name was?
Yeah,
it had a couple of decent.
Did it have Lotto too?
I guess
They had a couple of alright females.
Yeah, Dochi.
we could pull up the list.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. This is by far the worst.
We can pull up the list if it's needed, but let's pull up the last 4 or 5. Let's see if they spin it around. It only takes like a good like 3 or 4 artists to really change this whole scope of a class.
I think there will be 2 listenables.
Okay,
And
predictions.
Damn it! I should have pulled this up sooner.
That's all good. For this one, we have Finesse 2 times, Lola Brooks, Friday, 2 Wise, and Real Boston Richie. I'll tell you, there is a Real Boston Richie record that I do like with a Future on it. I do like Friday's different sound vocals. I've heard Lola Brooks in passing, and Finesse 2 times has been making the rounds for getting arrested a couple times. But that's neither here nor there. Let's hear what these young brothers and sisters have to say.
I thought I heard her name, but I thought it was a shot, like a disrespectful comment. But go ahead. Any other freestyle?
Better beat, maybe? Perhaps?
Is he done?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so that was a Finesse 2 times. Hopefully he didn't have to finesse too many people to get to this point. But yeah, so what do we think, Ace?
Excellent. It's like
Comparatively or in general?
It is pretty much comparatively, which makes this so hard. It's like compared to the other stuff, this sounds astronomically better. And I don't think this is somebody I would look for or anything like that. But yeah, he just sounds amazing compared to these other guys. He sounds like an adult.
Yes, we fully agree on that sentiment. Which these artists are obviously supposed to have some amount of like youth and youngness to them, but some of these really they sound like they're picking them from literal high school. Ghost, what do you think? Finesse 2 times.
Definitely better than the last round, except maybe her name was beat 10 times better too, which helped.
Okay.
Yeah, decent comparison.
Yeah, this was pretty good. Not listenable as in I would check for, but yeah, good.
Okay, so far so good. Let's see if Real Boston Richie can do a nice follow up. God, Jesus Christ. Jesus, Joseph, and Mary. Well, I would say one thing.
This be locked up, low key.
Well, funny you mention that. He did go to prison recently. But anyway, one thing I'll say about him is you never have to worry about brother capping, because if he's willing to give that type of information willingly, he literally said a bar that I was like, Jesus, this is good. And then he followed up with a crazier bar. But okay, all right. Wes, what do you think?
That was bad. It was bad.
Fair enough. Ghost, what do we make?
I mean, it was entertaining at least. Out of pocket it was, but yeah, not good.
Okay, Ace, what do you get? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I gotta give points for the entertainment value, but it's so disturbing. Like,
Quite.
wow.
Oof. If it means anything, just some clarification. He is from the South. Might even be literally from. I'm just keeping it a stat, like just to get some context. But okay, let's move on.
Damn.
They wasn't with me. Sitting on that desk, they wouldn't work me. That was my boy nigga like now I just shoot. I can't pass that rock, I got a hoop. She love when I pull up in that brand new coupe. I don't know what thing she wouldn't do for me. I don't know what thing she wouldn't do for me. I don't know what thing she wouldn't do for me.
How you start off?
I don't think literally any of us could have seen that coming.
Maybe he was just nervous. Like his voice was shaky.
Okay, so okay, so let's get it all out. let's be realistic about the situation. This guy is not a rapper; he's an R&B artist.
I can't sing, but
and he tried to still match the beat. And Jesus, I might have to say that
if he was on key, he would have potential, baby.
No, there's no R&B artist that's gonna sing along to this beat.
No, I'm saying like on a beat that works for him. If he was on key, he might have had some.
Well, we'll see later if he can be on key. But okay. I think this is gonna be incredibly hard to give a realistic assessment on. But Ace, what are you thinking?
This is gonna be my favorite, regardless of the funniest thing.
Like, I just like the way he came in on that. I'm just wow. Ghost, what do you think?
You know, you could move on.
I literally like. I'm gonna keep it stat. Coming into this, I thought he was gonna be my favorite, just because like he's the most like unique, quote unquote. I thought he was gonna like say, "Hey, producer, shut it off," or "I'm gonna do this." So I don't know, Wes. What do we make of that?
I mean, I don't know how much I heard of it through my laughter. So,
we're not replaying it.
No.
Spoiler, we're not replaying.
I heard enough. That was ridiculous.
Wow. What did he say? You know what you do to me. Okay, let's conclude this with Lola Brooke. Okay. Well, I mean, first and foremost, I didn't think it from the jump, but it's kind of interesting how that's not their regular voice. They don't have a deep voice like that. They were definitely trying to project or do kind of a bit there. They weren't on beat.
Pop Smoke voice.
But that's fine. That was definitely. I don't want to rain on their parade and say anticlimactic, but that was an interesting way to conclude it. Anyway, Wes, what do you make of that last performance?
The best one.
Out of these ones or out of everything?
No, out of these ones.
Got you. Ghost?
I mean, it's all right. Like, a whole point of the freestyle is that you're supposed to try to stay on at least. The comment that says you saw the beat coming and cross the street to get away from it, but
Jesus.
She has potential.
Okay. And then Ace?
Yeah, I'll say she has potential. It sounds like she could make a good track, but I don't think she was the best. I think still the first dude out of this group to me.
Got you. Well, I mean, that essentially concludes it. That is the current state of hip hop, whether you like it or not.
Wait, we didn't hear Glorilla.
Oh,
Yeah, Glorilla and Essential C didn't show up.
Oh,
Interesting.
I
Wait,
didn't know
how did we have 6 and 4 though?
So that was.
Did we
They were
have
probably
something?
supposed to show up on this one.
There's 4. Aren't
Oh,
there
yeah,
4?
is there 10 of them or 12 of them?
Oh yeah, I thought there was 10.
12 somehow.
Did they just not show up for the entire XXL freshman thing?
I mean, they were in
Shout out
it.
to the first video.
They were in the original one, or the
They
intro.
should
one.
have pulled the Ice Spice.
Damn. Huh.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well, I mean, I can kind of understand Glorilla. They're already, like, damn near a nationally known hip hop
I
artist.
thought she was a freshman before.
I think the other artists, maybe I'm just a bit ignorant for what's going on today. I think they should have definitely pulled up and spit a verse. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, well, it's kind of unfair because we haven't heard all of them. Well, quote unquote heard all of them, but we still have to, give our assessment. So I guess the key question and takeaways is, what do you think of the class as a whole, comparative to previous classes? I guess pull up the list from last year real quick, Ace. 2022 XXL freshman list. Just so we can have a refresher memories, no pun intended, on what we were working with last year. So last year we were dealing with Nardo Wick, Dochi, So Fuego, and it's good to actually look at the last year because we can look at it like any of these artists really still kicking around. Not only they're still kicking around in some capacity, but are they in our view? Babyface Ray, Cali. Y'all remember this brother's album?
Yeah.
K-Side,
Two great songs and trash.
Koshi, Big 30, and Ken the Man. Big Scar,
I don't remember half.
Saucy
of them.
Santana, and Babytron. So that was what we're comparing it.
There's more people.
No, he was the producer. He was the quote-unquote producer. Yeah, that was the 10 of them. So yeah, what now that we had a refresher of last year, what do we think of this year comparatively? You could also think of it comparatively, like throughout the years, but I mean, this was probably the most recent thing to compare it to. And I already know you guys aren't going to remember all the freestyle from last year, so just recall what you can recall and what you've heard since then. Let's start with you, Ghost. What do you think about this year so far? Or what do you think about this year, this class?
Garbage. I don't think I'm gonna listen to a single one of their projects, even to give them a shot.
Well, we are going to listen to these, so we do a hip hop review, but I understand what you're saying. That's the thing. That's all you
This
have to
might
say.
be the worst class of any year I can remember.
Fair enough. We're here to keep it a buck. We're not going to sugarcoat nothing here. Ace, what do you think about this year? Comparative.
Probably equal to last year. Yeah, maybe a little bit worse. Probably equal though.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And then, yeah, sorry, I should give you a heads up on these sites. They give you all types of weird ads. And then, what do you think, Wes? What do you think of this year? What do you say?
About the same.
I mean, come on, give your own. At least say it in your own words.
It was about the same. There's only a couple of people that I think will produce any music that is worth me listening to.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Go back to the video and/or I kind of just want to see their names all in one place again. Because we also have to say which one was the best out of them, which one was the worst out of them. Go back, start with you, Wes.
Tia Corinne, the best,
Pull up the intro video, Case.
and
And then go down to the
Dang.
description.
I forgot who was worse. Hold on. Oh, I was gonna say Tyler, but I think there was somebody worse. Wait, did we hear Rob 49?
I don't remember.
I think he was the very first one, maybe.
Fair enough. I don't. I guess it was the least.
Oh no. Who was the one with the wild?
Yeah, about
bars?
Too Rare.
The Too Rare. Yes, that's the one. I think.
Too Rare wasn't Too Rare the one that was dancing.
Oh no, yeah. Too Rare then. Yeah, the dancing one. Yeah. That was the worst, for sure.
What about you, Ace? Who was worse in IMO and who was the best?
Yeah, I think I'm the same as Wes. Too Rare worst. Tia Corinne best.
Okay. And then you go. So what do you think? Best, worst?
Too Rare, easily the worst, maybe the worst.
Dang, y'all
ever.
shitting on that brother.
He's fucking garbage. Sorry, he's the best. I'm gonna say the best. The one I think will be the best in the future is the Lola Brooke, the one who's doing the Pop Smoke impression. I think that's her.
Okay, well, that was actually going to be. I would say those questions are kind of like independent or separate. That was going to be the next question. Who do you think will go far ahead of who we've heard? So I guess for you, it's the same answer. It goes.
Yep.
Okay. Pardon me. What about you, Ace?
Probably that first dude in the second group. I don't remember.
Finesse two times.
Yeah. I think I could see him on some really good features and then maybe making a good project. I don't know.
That is if he can stay out of jail. I remember what it was too. He got arrested for allegedly stealing a car rental.
Wait, are you?
Do you
No,
know
I'm talking
Rental?
about the dude that I said sounded adult, like a mature adult. That guy?
Yeah, finesse two times. He was the first one on the second.
Oh, I thought you said the other dude was in jail. The dude that was talking.
Yeah, the one that was
about
talking reckless about his cousin.
Yeah, Real Boston Richie. He's in jail now, I think.
Oh,
There's two. Sorry.
Finesse two times just got arrested and got a mugshot, I think.
well, damn. Maybe he won't go far.
That's why I said if they can stay out of jail. And then what about you, Wes? From what you heard, who you think has the potential to go far?
I don't remember his name. One that I said I could hear being
What did he look
successful. Bruh. I don't recall.
Which
I think he
group
was
was he
the.
in?
I mean, if you can't recall what he looked like,
he was
or
like,
did, but how's he gonna go far?
because I said it when I heard him. I said I think this guy could be successful. It was either the second or third in the first video.
I mean, I think a feature or a tenement of going far is like you have a lot of like rememberability.
I don't think I'll like him.
It's not about liking them. It's about whether you think like I don't think we're like y'all shitted on him, but I think you're gonna remember what's his name, Too Rare, especially if he keeps the lineup. Like, you're not gonna forget him. Like, some of these artists, for unfortunately for what they do outside, I think I kind of agree with a lot with Ghost. I think Lola Brooks is probably gonna go relatively far, especially if they keep doing records and things like that. If you're saying you can't remember his name and or he looked like, that's not a good sign. He's going far.
Whatever. I said it during the listens.
But you instantly forgot it is the problem. You can say you could have said in the moment Friday was the best, but if you forgot his verse, then what does that mean?
What do you want?
I mean, am I smoking, guys? Am I, like, if you can't remember an artist, is that not a good sign that you're not gonna?
I'm not gonna be the one buying his music, so
it doesn't matter. I'm not asking you, do you like it personally? I'm just asking.
I mean, they're so bad. I mean, I get your point. I guess it's just so bad it's not worth remembering. Like,
exactly, this guy's not gonna register on my radar, but I think he'll be successful on other people's.
But we don't know who. But we don't know who he is at all.
I could tell you if you pulled up the video, but do we really need to do that?
Again, if I'm tweaking, let me know I'm tweaking. I asked a question, and
I apologize for not remembering, but I really literally said it during the video. So
why do you keep harping on that? It's just like, it's just so like contradictory. But okay, so we don't know who you are or what you look like, but you'll go far. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah, I guess as a whole, unfortunately, we don't think this was the greatest class. I feel like it might be the worst. And yeah, I always look forward to seeing, like, at the end of the year, which of these artists, go far, do well, produce records that I like. Again, I already like a couple songs by some of these artists, so I'm already like not in the worst spot. And I already know some of these artists for unfortunately things that happen outside, especially when it comes to criminally. I think Boston Richie might even have some snitching allegations, but we don't care about any of that on this podcast. Yeah, I think for better for worse, that's all, folks, when it comes to the XXL freshman class of this year. Yeah, we want to focus strictly on the bars, and the bars was presented.